And what you remember about working at the mill and that kind of thing?
Well, I lived in the mill all my life.
Oh, that's
My daddy used to work down here, and I was born on the mill hill.
well. Let me get your name and all that kind of stuff first.
Okay.
So it's Elijah Gaddis. Today's the 29th of October. That's right. 2016. I'm here with Tommy Moss.
Right.
Now, Mr. Moss, could you spell your name for the camera?
Okay. T-O-M-M-Y and Moss M-O-S-S.
Okay, great. And so you said you were born up there on Mill Hill?
Mm-hmm. That's right. I was born right here at the end of East Elm Street.
Oh, wow. And so your folks worked at the mill? Or?
Right. My dad worked in the mill to start out with, and then he died back in '69. Mm-hmm. And I was a junior, so I started work down here cleaning up on Saturdays so we could keep the house, because they took our rent and everything out of the house. So then the next year, my senior year in high school, I come to work full time. I went to school during the morning and then come down here and work second shift, 3 to 11.
And so what work did your father do?
He was a golfer, twisting room, and I laid roping in the twisting room.
And so what's that?
Roping is where they get the cotton in, and then they make it into like a rope. They clean it, refine it, and put it into a rope. And then what we do, we lay it up on the machines, and then they would twist that in the yarn.
And so what step in the process kind of is that?
It's kind of at the beginning, because you went to the twisting room, then you went to a spinning room where they spun, threads together, and then went to the finishing room where they shipped it out.
And so you worked here. What were the years you worked here?
I worked '69 through early '70s.
And so what was the mill? What was the mill like when you worked?
Well, I mean, you've been down here all your life, so you grew up with the mill and everything, and it was a good place to work and everything. You had good people. They changed over to air conditioning, so because it was real hot, so they put air conditioning in. And when I was here, the air conditioning was already into it, so it was so bad.
Yeah. And so had things changed work from at the mill from when you were a child to when you started working here, or?
It's probably running about the same. I mean, like I said, there wasn't no air conditioning. When my dad and I were down here, it was real hot in the mill. In fact, they had to open up the windows and all just to get air in. So.
And so you left the mill in the 70s?
Yeah, I got drafted, and I was like 35 on the draft, so I had to leave anyway. Yeah. So, but I didn't ever come back.
So, and did your family stay on in the village?
Right. After, like I said, after Dad died, I come to work, and when I left, when I had to go into service, then she started working out here in the finishing department. And what she done, she packed out yarn in boxes to be shipped out.
That's your mother?
Right, my mother.
And so what was the mill making when your father worked here, when she worked here?
It was still, twine. They made like 2 or 3 different plies of twine. And the good thing I remember about it, every time, you had to mark the twine with different colored chalks.
Right.
Tell you what ply it was. Like if it was 1 ply, you made 1 chalk mark. If it was 2 ply, 2 chalk marks. 3 ply was 3 chalk marks. And that's what the Dolphins done when they took it off the machines.
So how did you get started doing roving then?
That was a job that just was available when I come full time, and that's where I was, started out. And that's where I finished.
And so how did you learn to do that work?
There was a guy that taught me. I mean, it wasn't nothing to it. They marked like that. Again, they marked it roving with the different plies, and then you just laid it up on the machines, and then you took down the old bobbins that they come on. Sent them back to the card room.
So when you were working at the mill, from what I understand about the mill's history, this is about the time when there was starting to be more and more folks that didn't live on Mill Hill in the village. Right?
Yeah, I had an aunt that stayed over here in West Duke Circle that used to work at the mill.
Yeah. And so you think that changed the mill as more people?
I don't think so. I think it was, like anything. I think the main thing that changed people from working at the mill was back then you had a lot of respiratory problems with cotton and stuff like that. And a lot of people, didn't come to work because of that one problem, was respiratory.
Was that the case in your family?
Yeah, my mom, in fact, my mom's got COPD now, and I think that's where it come from. She was working at the mill.
And so did that change later, or?
I don't think so. I don't think it changed that much even with the air conditioner, you know, because you just had so much cotton flying around. And I'm surprised I didn't get where I was cleaning up on weekends, because you were blowing cotton all off the machines.
So is that one of the reasons you didn't come back working there?
Yeah, that was the main reason that I didn't come back. And I spent 4 years in the Air Force, so, you know, by then I, you know, was trained with other jobs and all, so that's the way I went.
So, tell me a little bit about what it was like growing up
Well, it's like a close-knit family for the whole community. Just about all your kids play together. We come down here to the ball field behind our houses over here to play ball on the weekends. Baseball and football and stuff like that. All the kids, we get together. In fact, if you want to know where the kids were, just look for the bikes. The bikes are all in the yards and everybody just kind of gathers. And all the parents looked out off the kids. So it ain't like it is now.
And did you have much to do with folks kind of outside the mill village, or?
Not really, not all that much. Not as you know, went to people, relatives and stuff like that didn't work down here. But mostly we kind of a close-knit family.
And so what else was in the kind of Mill Hill, the Mill Village at the time? And the baseball diamond was there, and then the school was
Yeah, the school wasn't there when I grew. You know, when I was born, it was already tore down by then. Mostly just they had a playground where the school was. They had a playground, we used to play in there, and we mostly went fishing. Where I stayed out on East Elm Street, you had the path that rode down to the river, and people got down there fishing, so we fished a lot down there.
Is it good fishing down there?
Oh, yeah.
Below the dam, I guess? Or?
Yeah, shad come up during shad season.
Yeah.
They catch a lot of shad, and I mainly cut grass for our neighbors and stuff when growing up. In fact, there used to be a lady right around the curve from me that sold bait, and she had catawba worm trees. And she had catawba worms on it, and she sold the bait, and I had to cut grass under that because of the catawba worms. But I cut it, so.
Yeah. So, did you stay in Rocky Mount after you quit working here?
I stayed on East Elm Street until I got married. In 1985, or 81 rather. And then that's when I moved off the mill, and then my mom got real sick, and I had to quit the mill, and so she moved out.
And so, did you remember when the mill closed down?
I remember when it closed, yeah.
What did you think about it?
It's hard to say. I mean, it's just like anything, you know, you got businesses, kind of people, you know, they've been here for so long. I guess a lot of people, and back then with the respiratory problems and all.
So how do you feel, I mean, if I can ask, how do you feel about the mill then? I mean, it gave work to your family?
It supplied us. We were happy and everything. Of course, by then your houses, you paid the rent through the mill on that, you had water and electricity. So it was all taken out of your paycheck, or you come in here and paid it through the thing. But mainly they took it out of your paycheck, and that's how come I come to work down here on Saturdays. At least we could pay the rent and stay at the house where we're at.
And you think there are a lot of other kind of young people that did that too? That had
Oh yeah, I know a lot of good friends that I grew up with here.
And the rent was, it was cheap, right?
My rent was $12.40 a week. So.
Yeah, not
And
bad.
then electricity, and I think altogether, probably if you counted the water and electricity and rent, under $20.
Yeah.
Way back, you know, when I was real little growing up.
Well, so what else have we missed, or what haven't we talked about?
That's about it. I mean, we used to come to the canteen. I was just telling her outside, or they had the canteen outside. I remember coming down as a little kid, 3 or 4 years old, seeing Santa Claus. You get a mesh stocking with little toys and fruit in it. So.
Now, could you go in the canteen when you were a kid? Did you go in there and buy snacks, that kind of thing?
No, not really. I mean, About the only time I went to the canteen was Christmas time. So, of course, when I started coming to work, the canteen already shut down and they had little break areas in each department, so.
Right, so they shut down the canteen. Do you know when then?
I was just telling her outside, it was probably, I would say probably mid to late 50s. Because I was born in 51 and we were still coming down here.
Why do you think they shut down?
I think they decided to put, snack areas in the mill itself. Because where the canteen was a separate building. And they might have problem with people, not taking, they were taking more longer
Right.
with their lunch, where if they were inside the department, they could control them more.
And so, I mean, I guess you don't remember the canteen, but so people, there had to be a separate person to work the canteen?
Right, yeah, they served lunch, dinner, and breakfast. Served all 3 meals there. Or you could bring your own and eat. So.
And so so it was like, there was like an area in there to eat too? People would eat
Yeah,
lunch?
yeah, they had tables and all in there you could eat.
Huh. And so when you were working at the mill, were they working 3 shifts?
Yeah, still had 3 shifts
And
going.
workstation?
Yeah, I worked the second shift from 3 to 11. And going to school my senior year too, full time, going to school. So, it was tough.
Yeah, probably not something you missed.
No, not really. But I mean, you got through it. So it's the way you had to do back then. So,
That's great. Well, I appreciate you.
No problem.
Appreciate you chatting with us. I'm gonna cut this off here, and I'll tell you what we're planning to do with this is